Dear Grace, apparently I've convinced myself this is a job of some sort. Although, the only thing that really happens some T-ball going on in the background, so maybe a little loud. I might move. Who wants to hear kids having fun? It's supposed to rain in an hour, so that gives me the perfect amount of time. There's a massive blind spot in our knowledge by Psychology Today. Oh yeah, and the trains are really loud. Trains are really loud. Oh, I'm glad psychologists finally admit that there's a massive blind spot in our knowledge. I suppose I should be reading this, but sorry, I should be reading this out loud. There's a massive blind spot in our understanding of the world. This is evident in the current state of our knowledge systems, which can be described as being in a state of chaotic, fragmented pluralism. The reason for that is there's no shared general system of understanding that allows us to grip the world and our place in it effectively. Those who know the history, religion, philosophy, and science in the West, i.e. Western Europe that spawned the scientific enlightenment, would be well acquainted with this fact. I think the problem is you probably have the data, you just don't share it. Everyone's so protective. Everyone wants to make a discovery, be the next Einstein. Sorry. We'll be right back. Sorry. Had to get in position, Grace. It would be within its natural right to harm us to protect itself. How humans could be mistreating AI. I mean, just try and read the interesting news today, Grace, instead of absolutely fucking everything. And this will be a good ego day too. It would be within its natural right to harm us to protect itself. While humans could be mistreating AI right now without even knowing it. Scientists reveal optimal daily ratio of sitting, standing, sleeping, and movement. This should be interesting. People have a pretty intuitive sense of what is healthy. Standing is better than sitting. Exercise is great for overall health, and getting good sleep is imperative. However, if exercise in the evening may disrupt our sleep or make us feel a need to be more sedentary to recover. Two popular psychology myths debunked. Ooh, this should be interesting. Discover why these two fun facts are nothing more than tall tales. Since the time of our psychological forefathers, we've come far in our attempts to grasp the essence of the human mind and brain. While there's still plenty we're not certain of, there's perhaps an equal amount of knowledge we've been able to gain. However, with the pursuit of knowledge comes a spread of mythological thought, ideas that, despite their prevalence, lack any empirical support and mislead us in our understanding of the mind. People are either left-brained or right-brained. Humans only use 10% of their brain. Yeah, we've heard all this shit before. A biologist explores the gruesome world of mind-controlled parasites. That's my problem. Mind-controlled parasite. Physicists discover a new way to make strange metal. The world's first fully electric robot boasts 550 trillion ops, 4 mile per hour speed. What the fuck is an OPS? Decision fatigue is a peril of modern life, but understanding how it shows up in you can help. New study shows how we distorted our beliefs about others for convenience. Probably true. These errors can be avoided with better research. Why these Londoners are joining the Loblaw boycott. Picnic tables in case you care, Grace. If it wasn't such a pain in the ass to edit these, I would stop it. I suppose I could pause it, but Quantum entanglement does in fact follow a rule of entropy. I don't know why the trains are so busy today. Sideways running on the moon could be key to creating personal artificial gravity. Foreign intelligence services are contracting out killings to gangs. Yikes. I'm a blue whale, I'm here. Researchers listen with delight to songs that hint at Antarctic resurgence of blue whales. Exploring how insights into human needs drive successful businesses. Yeah, every business is based on human needs. Just saying. Video. Iron shell robo-snails swarm together for off-road tasks. Law change aims to give mobility park home residents more stability. Scientists made chilling discovery after finally reaching the bottom of the Red Sea. About time. Robot dog masters walking, trotting, pronking in a major milestone. I have no idea what pronking is. I don't care. Bizarre mattress design with arm slot for side sleepers is unlocking a new fear. I'll try that out. Picky parasites alter host metabolism by selectively dining on their lipid buffet. Unraveling life's origin. 5 key breakthroughs from the past 5 years. Life's origin. What do you think, Grace? There's still so much we don't understand about the origin of life on Earth, like everything. The definition of life itself is a source of debate among scientists, but most researchers agree on the fundamental ingredients of a living cell. Water, energy, and a few essential elements are the prerequisites for cells to emerge. However, the exact details of how this happens remain a mystery. Research has focused on trying to recreate in the lab the chemical reactions that constitute life as we know it. Quantum computing breakthroughs draw investment back to sector. Why RAG won't solve generative AI's hallucination problem. Robot makers try to reassure public they're legit after Elon Musk fudged demo. Wizard of Oz star Judy Garland fought crippling drug addiction with private investigators' help. Man encounters killer whale during morning swim, reveals why he survived. Spread thin by high food costs, here are some Toronto alternatives to the big grocery chains. Reality of what would happen if Earth lost all oxygen for 5 seconds is leaving people terrified. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman promises with a high degree of scientific certainty that ChatGPT-5 will be smarter than humans. smarter than the mildly embarrassing at best GPT-4. Well, no shit, it's gonna be smarter than that. BC Man wants homes for thousands of books he soon won't be able to read. John Williams, who's losing his sight, poses for a photograph with his collection of books he's decided to sell. Lab to life. Chemists craft new compound conquering 120-year-old quest. Quantum fiber optics in the brain enhance processing may protect against degenerative. Quantum fiber optics in the brain enhance processing may protect against degenerative diseases. So how now it's quantum fiber optics. Scientists discover $540 billion worth of white gold sitting beneath giant lake. Would we exist if Earth's magnetic field hadn't collapsed 500 million years ago? A psychologist gives 3 tips on picking the right adult friendships. Cave of Crystals, the deadly cavern in Mexico dubbed the Sistine Chapel of Crystals. 7 extremely weird inventions from the grandfather of science fiction. The Sleep Eliminator. Dr. by Zoom call, 1925. Telemedicine. DARPA unveils more details of its underwater manta ray drone. I think that train has a few square wheels on it. Political fireworks about drug decriminalization leaves Toronto request in limbo. I say put it to a vote. Entire country. Death of 61-year-old man near Opion, Query Nation considered homicide. RCMP. 7. I don't care about what B. Al Jazeera broadcast suspended in Israel. Offices raided after ban approved by Netanyahu cabinet. Man who's eaten pizza every day for 6 years says he's healthy and happy. I believe that. Pretty sure our bodies can process anything, Grace. Michael Jordan's comment to a man who made $1 million shot at basketball game left him stunned. Lord of the Rings star Bernard Hill dies at age 79. Unbelievable clip captures moment father rushed onto track to save his son from burning race car. Man stopped at airport for trying to board a flight with an unbelievable item in his pants. Wait for the train and find out. Bag of snakes. Should be a joke there somewhere, Grace. Got nothing. Former beauty queen who was abandoned at an airport as a newborn finally tracks down biological mom. Five Guys founder explains why he tells staff to give customers so many fries. Student who couldn't swim now on life support after friends pushed him in lake to drown. Apocalyptic video shows what would happen if a needle hit planet Earth at the speed of light. Stimulation shows ancient Greek execution method that is the worst way to die. Oh. UK installs record number of public electric vehicle chargers. Why doesn't anybody care? Texas-Mexico border devastated by anti-migrant operation. COP29 summit to call for peace between warring states. It's going to be messy. Advocates balance climate action and conservative amid Queensland's green energy boom. Florida worker braces for summer with no protections. My body would tremble. Hawaii, families complain of sickness 2 years after Pearl Harbor fuel leak. Burst water main leaves 31,000 properties without water in East Sussex. Be in awe. Everything you need to know about the U.S. Canadian lottery player now 5 million richer. 2 people split second prize. I think we got a birthday party coming. Ancient Maya rituals discovered beneath Mexico's ball courts. Cutting-edge CRISPR. Princeton researchers develop a more precise gene editing tool. Timing is everything. Squid birth dates influence love strategies. Scientists finally explain puzzling link between depression and cardiovascular disease. MIT uncovers photomolecular effect. Light can vaporize water without heat. Ooh. How MIT is redefining quantum computing with new entanglement control. Scientists have discovered cognitive benefits of creatine. Revolutionizing photonics. 2D materials manipulate light with remarkable precision. Well, it might just be a picnic and a birthday party, we'll see. Unlocking high-energy new aqueous batteries surpass traditional limits. New global study confirms conservation actually works. Space photos of the week. A planet-sized explosion rocks the sun's mossy corona. Gut bacteria sometimes get people drunk, lead to DUIs and liver disease. Why do dogs sniff each other's butts? Boost your running speed with training, but don't fall for these myths. Hammerhead bat. Did that yesterday. Five must-see places to visit in Italy, according to travel experts. Why are some people faster than others? Scientists reveal the secrets of running speed. Breakthrough drug shows early promise of curing multiple sclerosis and brain aging. Not cool. Being popular can derail teens' sleep habits. India calls Canada arrests over Sikh activist murder political compulsion. It's gonna get loud here, Grace. I'm gonna go swing on the swing. Nah, the kids are going over there now. people are ruining my park, Grace. As long as it takes. University of Ottawa encampment now home to dozens of tents. As long as it takes. The protests have formed into something of a self-sustaining community with food, drinks, and a first aid station. As long as it takes until a university to address their demands. Well, they're their demands. Well, what is this? Began a program. Is this with tuition money? Or about... No, I see. Well, I'm for full transparency of any university. You're confusing that and protesting. I say protest the fuck out of the war, not either side. Both sides. Because both sides are wrong. Should be more like the 60s. Just a big love-in. The most futuristic energy discovered, 600 tons per day at this power plant. Are you concerned about the security of your private information in light of recent corporate cyber attacks? Family doctor program at Queen's finishes first year. Alright, unfortunately it started to rain. A look at gifts Vancouver Mayor has declared since 2022. The weekly wrap. Harm reduction advocates have decisively lost the drug policy debate. I read that yesterday. Opinion. What is the Emergencies Act for, if not for removing terrorist sympathizers from our streets and campuses? Let's put them behind closed doors. Very simple. Just stop protesting one side or the other, and forces the government to deal with the entire issue of global war. You do it this way, they'll throw hate speech at you and everything else. We need to talk about whatever's happening with Starbucks drinks. I agree. Wait, what's happening with Starbucks drinks? Starbucks drink menu has changed a lot, which is fine, great, even enjoy. But I feel like I have no idea what most of these drinks are anymore. Iced lavender, oat milk, matcha. I feel like an old person, baffled and befuddled, and unsure how to even place an order. That part's true. Let me first give a disclaimer. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. I don't want to discourage people's beverage tastes. I embrace change. I am by no means a coffee snob, and I love trying a fun new treat or flavor. But whatever's happening on the Starbucks menu right now is making me feel like a senior citizen. Just wait till you're a senior citizen. Currently, some of the spring favorites on the Starbucks app include lavender oat milk chill, an iced lavender cream oat milk, matcha spicy dragon fruit, and an iced hazelnut oat milk shaken espresso. Canada is shopping for a foreign grocer. Can an international retailer succeed here? From 5K to full marathon, the best way to train for a long run. How much is too much? The growing backlash against wealth. The city will pay to demolish Dwayne's home in Edmonton. Mental health advocate explains why some people with ADHD don't miss people. ADHD. Mental health advocate explains why some people don't. Most of us have likely heard of the phrase out of sight, out of mind, which suggests that when someone is no longer visible or present, it tends to be forgotten. When something is no longer visible or present, it tends to be forgotten or neglected. In other words, if someone or something is not seen or actively thought about, it is easily overlooked. Can't read today, Grace. Okanagan has a sun and future. West Solar has a plan for you to own your own power. Two environmental activists convicted for civil disobedience. Smart gadgets, tougher rules for sellers of internet-enabled devices in the UK. Porter Airlines, what to expect on flights from Vancouver. The first motorcycle engine without gasoline or electricity runs on something better. Richmond RCMP seeks suspect in assault on 88-year-old woman. 10 qualities of a truly decent woman, according to psychology. We sometimes include products we think are useful for our readers. As per psychology, there are 10 qualities that define what it means to be a decent woman. These are not about physical beauty or material wealth, but rather about the person within. And yes, I'm going to share those 10 qualities with you, Grace. Each one presents a different facet of a woman's character, all adding up to create a person who's genuinely good and decent. Let's get started. Emotional intelligence. Psychology highlights emotional intelligence as the first quality of a truly decent woman. Boy, this is... Emotional intelligence is all about understanding, managing, and effectively expressing one's own feelings. But it doesn't stop there. It also involves interpreting and responding to the emotions of others. A woman with high emotional intelligence can navigate complex social networks and build strong relationships. She understands that emotions can drive our behavior and impact people, positively and negatively. And she's mindful of this when she interacts with others. She's empathetic, a good listener, and she's able to maintain control over her emotions without letting them get the best of her. I think this would be good for anyone, not just a woman, but just my opinion. In essence, emotional intelligence is about being in tune with our emotions and those of others. It's a trait that's admired across the board, not just in women, but in everyone. Yeah, that's what I fucking said. Resilience. Resilience, according to psychology, is another key trait of a truly decent woman. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep going in the face of adversity. It's about having the strength to get back up when life knocks you down. Let me share a personal example. I remember when I faced a major career setback. I was working on a project that I had invested so much into, and it failed. It was a tough time for me. But instead of wallowing in self-pity or giving up, I chose to pick myself up and move forward. I analyzed what went wrong, learned from my mistakes, and used that knowledge to better myself professionally. That experience taught me the value of resilience. It's not about never facing difficulties, but it's about how you handle those difficulties when they come. A truly decent woman knows this. She's resilient, capable of dealing with life's ups and downs with grace and grit. She doesn't shy away from challenges, but faces them head on, making her stronger each time. Integrity. Integrity is a quality deeply respected and valued in a decent woman. is about being honest, showing a consistent and uncompromising adherence to strong moral principles and values. Agreed. In the world of psychology, integrity isn't just about being truthful, it involves self-awareness, authenticity, and openness. Did you know that research conducted by the Center for Creative Leadership showed that integrity was one of the top leadership qualities associated with executive success? Funny, because the higher people up are, the less integrity they have. This finding underlines the important and universal respect for integrity, not just in leaders, but in all individuals, including women. This article is a little weird. A woman with integrity speaks truthfully, keeps her promises, and doesn't distort facts to suit her convenience. She stands by her principles, even when faced with opposition or difficulties. It's a truly decent woman right there. Empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a crucial quality of a truly decent woman. It goes beyond simple sympathy, which is feeling compassion for others. Empathy is about stepping into someone else's shoes, understanding their perspectives and emotions. An empathetic woman can connect with others on a deeper level. She understands that everyone has their battles and challenges. She doesn't judge hastily, but takes the time to understand the situation from another's point of view. A woman with empathy is a great friend, partner, and leader. She knows that understanding and acknowledging someone else's feelings can create strong bonds and build trust. It's a quality that truly sets decent women apart. Number 5, self-respect. Self-respect is a fundamental trait of a truly decent woman. It's about recognizing your worth and maintaining a positive view of oneself. A woman with self-respect appreciates herself for who she is, acknowledging her strengths and accepting her weaknesses. She does not compromise on her values or beliefs to please others, and understands the importance of self-care. She sets healthy boundaries and isn't afraid to assert herself when these boundaries are overstepped. She knows that she deserves respect from others, but more importantly from herself. In essence, a woman with self-respect leads by example, showing others how to treat her by treating herself well. This quality not only enhances her personal life, but also positively influences her relationships with others. Kindness is as simple as it sounds. It is a trait that can transform the world around us. It's a quality that truly decent women embody. A kind woman is not just good to others, she's good for others. She brings warmth and light wherever she goes, making people feel seen, heard, and valued. She understands that kindness is not just about grand gestures. It's in the small acts of helping a friend in need, offering a warm smile to a stranger, or understanding someone when no one else does. Kind women recognize that everyone is fighting with their own battles, and they choose to enhance others' lives with their compassion and generosity. In a world where you can be anything, a woman who chooses to be kind is indeed a beacon of decency. A lot for someone to live up to. 7. Courage. Courage is not just about being fearless, it's about facing fears, taking risks, and standing up for what's right, even in the face of adversity. Years ago, when I was relatively new to my career, I noticed a certain practice in my workplace that didn't sit well with me. It wasn't illegal, but it felt unethical. I was torn between keeping quiet to maintain peace and speaking up at the risk of being sidelined. Eventually, I decided to voice my concerns. It was uncomfortable and scary, but it felt right. And that, for me, was a moment of courage, choosing to do what's right over what's easy. A truly decent woman is courageous. She stands up for her beliefs and values. She faces her fears head on and doesn't shy away from taking risks. If it means staying true to herself, this courage sets her apart and makes her truly decent. 8. Humility. In a world that equates success with ego, humility can seem like a paradoxical trait for a truly decent woman. But here's the thing. True decency and humility go hand in hand. Humility is about recognizing that we don't have all the answers and that we're part of a larger interconnected whole. It's about appreciating others for their contributions and not being overly focused on personal gain. A humble woman doesn't seek to diminish others, to highlight her achievements. She shares credit where it's due and acknowledges her mistakes openly. At the same time, humility isn't about downplaying one's worth. It's about understanding one's place in the world, being connected with it, yet always striving to learn and grow. The humble woman knows her worth, but also recognizes the value in others, and that makes her truly decent. 9. Patience. Patience is a virtue, and indeed a quality of a truly decent woman. In our fast-paced world, where everything seems to be just a click away, patience can seem like an outdated concept, but it's more relevant than ever. A patient woman understands that good things take time. She knows that life is not always about rushing from one milestone to another, but in appreciating the journey. She doesn't rush decisions, but takes her time to consider all aspects before making a move. Moreover, her patience extends to others too. She gives people the space and time to grow, understanding that everybody has their own pace. In essence, patience allows her to stay level-headed and composed, even in trying situations. It's a trait that speaks volumes about her decency. 10. Authenticity. Authenticity is a cornerstone quality of a truly decent woman. An authentic woman is genuine, real, and true to herself. She doesn't put on a facade to fit in or please others. She embraces her individuality with all her strengths and weaknesses. She is honest with herself and others. She doesn't shy away from expressing her thoughts or feelings, even when they go against the grain. Her actions align with her words, and she lives her life consistent with her values and beliefs. Authenticity brings about trust and respect. It allows a relationship to deepen and thrive on a foundation of honesty and openness. A truly decent woman is authentic, making her not just respectable, but also relatable and approachable. Final thoughts. The intricate complexities of human nature are often reflected in our character and actions, and the qualities that define a truly decent woman are interwoven with this fabric of human nature. These qualities, emotional intelligence, resilience, integrity, empathy, and self-respect, kindness, courage, humility, patience, and authenticity, are not just traits to aspire to, they are the essence of a decent woman. They paint a picture of a woman who is strong yet compassionate, assertive yet humble, brave yet kind, a woman who is true to herself and respects others, a woman who makes the world a better place with her presence. These qualities are not exclusive to women. They apply to all individuals, regardless of gender. They remind us of our potential as human beings, our potential to be decent, kind, and compassionate. In the words of renowned psychologist Carl Rogers, the only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change. So let's strive to learn from these qualities and imbue them into our lives. Because at the end of the day, being a truly decent woman isn't just about being good, it's about inspiring goodness in others. Do you like my article? Like me on Facebook to see more articles like this in your feed. Actually, I do like that article. It was pretty good. For sure. I'm pretty sure Grace, you probably just wrote this about yourself. Big ego, right, Grace? By Tina Fey. I don't think it's that Tina Fey, though. And I think, Grace, we're going to end it on that. And hopefully that'll be the thumbnail. Talk tomorrow, Grace.